are connected here, it's probably because you are a truck driver, you are in the trucking industry, or you are a motor carrier and you want to learn more about Amazon Relay, Amazon Relay Block, or maybe you just want to start driving for Amazon and you want to learn more about it. So if that's you, keep watching. Today, that's all we're going to talk about.
Welcome to Amazon Relay. This video will cover what are blocks. Blocks are pre-planned blocks of time in which one or more trips of work is assigned. A trip may contain several loads, i.e., point-to-point legs, also known as VRIDs. A trip can start and end anytime in the block. All blocks are power-only round trip and plan to be hours of service compliant. Blocks may run during the daytime and or night time. You are paid per block of time instead of base rate per mile. You are also paid for fuel surcharges, tolls, and other accessorial charges based on mileage. The driver returns to the starting domicile at the end of the block. Driver type is the work arrangement of drivers based on the time length of the block, number of drivers, and when their tour returns to the starting domicile. 13-hour solo requires one driver and one tractor and involves that driver working up to 13 hours per block. 37-hour solo requires one driver and one tractor and involves that driver working time blocks of up to 37 hours. This will include up to 13.5 hours of on-duty activity, a 10-hour off-duty break, and another on-duty segment of work for up to 13.5 hours. 119-hour team requires two drivers and one tractor and involves those two drivers working a time block up to 119 hours by alternating on-duty driving and rest with off-duty breaks. The block diagram shown here is a visual example of the 13-hour solo contract. There may be 1 to many weeks in a contract. This example has 2 weeks. Solo 1 contracts have 5 blocks per week. A block typically consists of one trip. The trip may contain several loads. For example, point-to-point legs, also known as VRIDs. Each solo 1 block is 13 hours long. This block diagram shown here is a visual example of the 37-hour solo contract. There may be 1 to many weeks in the contract. This example has 3 weeks. Solo 2 contracts are paid for 3 blocks per week. The trip contains several loads. Each solo 2 block is 37 hours long. The combination of trips and loads in a block result in 2 shifts of work with a 10-hour break in between shifts. The block diagram shown here is a visual example of a team contract. There may be 1 to many weeks in the contract. This example has 3 weeks. Team contracts have 1 block per week. The trip contains several loads. Each team block is 119 hours long. There are several options available to choose from when booking a contract. You can select the domicile for which the block will both start and end, the driver type, the number of tractors, and the contract duration in weeks. Options you cannot choose at the time of booking include the specific route of the block, the exact times, and the days of the week that block will be executed on. Thank you for using Amazon Relay.
Well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. And please do us a favor, connect to my channel, like, share, and subscribe so that we can always bring you amazing information that is not only gonna help you with your business, but also with your personal life. This is Coach Serenis. I'm the one and only credit rehab nurse. Thank you for